It's unbelievable, but among soldiers of Red Army who fought against Nazis on the territory of nowadays Latvia during the Second World War, there was at least one American. His name was Jón Perry. We are on the Soviet War Memorial near village Spirgus, close to town Tukums, westward of Riga, Latvian capital. About 900 Soviet soldiers who were killed during the Second World War are buried here. And one of them is American, Jón Perry, junior lieutenant of the Red Army. There are about 360 Soviet war memorials of the Second World War in the territory of nowadays Latvia. Spirgus is one of them. Here are graves, memorial plates with surnames, and standard obelisk. All inscriptions are in Latvian and Russian. Soviet soldiers, and Jón Perry among them, are buried in fraternal graves, and their surnames are memorialized on the plates. Before the Second World War, in Leningrad, nowadays St. Petersburg, lived the Perrys. Father, mother, 7 boys, 1 daughter. It's interesting, they were Americans. But this story began in the 19th century, when some Russian old believers moved to America. They hoped to start a new life without religion persecutions in the United States. Among them was a family Parfenovs. They moved to town Erie in Pennsylvania, and in order to integrate into American society, they adopted American names and surnames. So, Andrei Parfenov became Andy Perry. He married Akulina, who had American name Katie. The family became quite numerous, and then the Great Depression started. The family remembered their Russian roots and moved to the Soviet Union. Andy Perry was a mechanic, and he found a new job. Their elder daughter, Dorothy, or Daria in Russian, moved to the United States just before the Second World War. She met a man, she fell in love with him and married him. She became a mother of 2 daughters, she became granny, but unfortunately she had never seen her brothers and parents since then. When the war between the Soviet Union and Nazi Germany started in 1941, 3 elder brothers joined the Red Army. Unfortunately, on the 3rd March of 1942, William Perry died in front line because of starvation. He was 30 years old, and he was a soldier of the 43rd Riflemen Division. And 3 weeks later, Mike Perry died, also on front line, also because of starvation. He was just 21 years old, and he was soldier of the 20th Riflemen Division of NKVD. So, 2 brothers died defending blockade Leningrad. It's unknown. Had parents and little brothers known about their destiny. In May, mother Akulina died and little brother Jimmy. Jimmy was 10 years old, Akulina was 36. Their graves are on Piskaryovskaya cemetery, where about 500,000 defenders and civilians of Leningrad are buried. Another brother, George, was evacuated to Yugoslavia and then to all of the region. His later destiny was the destiny of father, Andy Perry, and 2 other brothers, Mitchell and Ephraim, is completely unknown. Probably they also died in blockade Leningrad. So, only John continued fighting against Nazis on the front line. Jón Perry was a good soldier. He served in 37 Riflemen Regiment of the 36 Riflemen Division. First he was private, then he became sergeant. He also was awarded with medal for defending of Leningrad. Together with his division, he liberated town Luga, town Petalova and Riga, Latvian capital. Later, he was sent to officers' school. He knew how to fight. Now, he was taught how to command. He returned to his native division and continued fighting against Nazis on the Courland Pocket. In the 19th February of 1945, his division started attack against Nazis. Division liberated several villages, including Spirgus. It was the first and the last battle for Džons Perijs as officer. He was the first who went on the attack and died. At first, Junior Lieutenant Perry and his compatriots were buried near farmer house Skribenjaki. Later, he was reburied here, on the war memorial near village Spirgus. Junior Lieutenant Perry is memorialized on the plate in war cemetery. In Russian his full name was Джон Ананьевич Перри, in Latvian Džons Perijs. In the 80s, the story of the Perrys became famous. Dorothy Panamerov wrote a letter to the Soviet Union in order to know the destiny of her relatives. Panamerov, in fact it's Russian Ponomarev. Her husband also was from Russian old believers. The famous journalist Ella Maximova from Izvestia wrote excellent story about them. Dorothy Panamerov visited Mike's grave near Leningrad, nowadays St. Petersburg. She visited Piskaryovskaya cemetery, and unfortunately I don't know, has she visited Latvia? If not, I will be glad if Džons Perijs' relatives will see his grave on this video. And this is evidence of vandalism. Unfortunately, some years ago, unknown persons wrote here inscription okupanti or occupants. Unfortunately, cases of vandalism against Soviet war memorials happen sometimes in Latvia. There are a lot of American soldiers now in Latvia, and I hope that in the 9th of May, on Victory Day, they will visit Soviet war memorial near village Spirgus and will lay flowers to the grave of their compatriot, American Džons Perijs, junior lieutenant of the Red Army, who was killed in battle fighting against Nazis in Latvia in 1945.